day the music died.
It was. And, like, I don't know, that's the other thing where, like, I sit here. I have spent so much time thinking about that match.
Yeah.
Like, way more than healthy. But...
Because it was the end of something huge.
Well, that's the thing, is, like, how do you end that?
Yeah.
You know, obviously, that had to end. How is a good way to end that? That's reasonable. I mean, okay, I'll answer first.
Okay.
Give you time to think. Because the correct answer, the one only true correct answer, is for CM Punk to go into The Undertaker with the belt on the line. Streak versus streak.
True.
That's the only way to legitimately, in this day and age, to honor that level of a streak for CM Punk. I get that means The Undertaker will be champion. He doesn't want to be champion. So you can't do that.
Yes.
So, and I get that. And I'm trying to think of something.
Undertaker specifically wanted Punk this past year, from what we heard.
That's when Undertaker would have had Punk, though.
Right, yeah.
And you could have, twice in a lifetime, would it just not been for the belt, the streak match would have been for the belt.
Yeah.
Would have been better.
Yeah.
And it would have made, like, 3 months of wrestling better.
It would have.
And the only problem is Undertaker doesn't want to be champion. And I get that, because he doesn't want to have that schedule.
Yeah.
But how do you finish that over a year of a championship?
Hold on to the belt for a while longer, while Daniel Bryan's went on that tear into the summer, like he did. Mm-hmm. And SummerSlam we have CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. And that's how Punk drops the belt. Like, he ends up being the true, like, almost giant slayer kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was kind of hoping for with Rock and Punk, like, because, like, that's how I set it up the moment that they announced at Raw 1000 that Rock would have a title match at Royal Rumble, and when we saw Punk essentially turn heel that same night, I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. Punk's going to turn into this huge bad heel, hopefully a dominant one that no one can beat. And so basically Rock is like the one guy that tries to take down the big bad heel. Mm-hmm. Of course, you know, they had moments after that where Punk turned into the heel that's going to find any shady way he can to win.
Yeah.
And that kind of, it didn't ruin it, but didn't help it either.
Yeah, but...
You know, but... And it felt like those parts with that where Punk was just kind of, you know, he had his health stuff going on, so he kind of just skated through. Plus the Ryback thing didn't help, wasn't great.
Yeah.
But then the moment it was it was almost like there was a light that happened. Like Punk had that ladder match in January against Ryback. That was Ryback's official opportunity because Punk got hurt. Mm-hmm. That was their big, or it was a TLC match. Punk ended up winning. And basically went right into that promo. That was basically the moment he set his sights on Rock. And it's like, Punk just turned into a different guy, like the Punk that we were all hoping for.
Yeah.
You know? And of course, those promos were really good. Especially from Punk. But the match,
Yeah.
But I don't know if the match was going to be any better because...
I mean, and that's the thing. Is
what else? What can you change about that?
It was...
I hate the way it happened. Like, I hated the restart thing.
The restart thing, and
how quickly Rock beat him after the restart.
After the restart, and personal, unending hatred for the People's Elbow.
Yes.
That he lost. Like, it would have gone along that he lost to the Rock Bottom instead of the People's Elbow.
I would have been okay with it.
I wouldn't have been okay with it.
Okay, I would have been...
But I would have slept easier.
Yes.
Like, and it would have been a huge step. It's not like a little baby step. Like, no, it's...
It would have been a smaller scab to not pick at.
Yeah. So that's one thing. That's one easy thing you could have done.
Yeah.
Lose to the Rock Bottom, not the People's Elbow. Other than that, like, in trying to stick with their story... Rock needs to have the title because Twice in a Lifetime needs to be for the belt. I get where they were going with that. Like, disagree,
right.
Thought it was a bad idea, but I get they were going that, and they have to kill Punk's streak to do that. So that's the thing is, how do you do that? I might not have had The Rock do it. Honestly, if Punk had lost to somebody else in December. or not in December, because I wanted him to be champion for the entirety of 2012.
Yeah.
So if he'd lost before the Rumble in January.
To Ryback, that TLC match? Because that was the only championship match that happened. That specific time frame is when that match happened.
Like, how big they were on Ryback, the noise Ryback was getting at the time.
It made sense.
Like,
every time Ryback lost, it was always because of Shield intervention.
Like,
or Brad Maddox.
Yeah, honestly, if Ryback had it, Ryback gets to go against The Rock. Mm-hmm. Like, he'll lose, but he gets that on his resume, had a match against The Rock.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would go a long way.
Ryback would have accidentally broken Rock. Because those times where he accidentally kind of broke CM Punk.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's... Because Ryback was face at that time. I don't know. I think that I would have been more content for that. I would have also liked the Shield to... I would have done that whole thing, and at once the Shield comes in, is gonna attack Ryback again, as always. Shield turns, attacks CM Punk.
Yeah.
CM Punk loses the belt, comes out the next night on Raw, cuts some kind of like, I don't blame Ryback. He did what any wrestler would do. He took out, he pounced on a wounded champion. That's what you do in this business. Because he's done it a bunch of times. He's like 2-time Money in the Bank winner.
Right, yeah.
And, not officially formally stating I forfeit my rematch clause because The Rock now has it. But saying, like, I'm not mad at Ryback, I'm mad at the Shield. You get CM Punk versus the Shield kind of thing, which will lead into I'd spin it some way, and then he gets to face Undertaker at WrestleMania like he always did.
Right.
That's the alternate history I would have preferred to the People's Elbow.
I think you would have just preferred anything.
I would prefer anything to People's Elbow. Yeah. But
that's how you feel like that would be the amount of damage.
Yeah, to keep it...
To end up with the same result.
Yeah, to keep it with Rock winning the championship at the Royal Rumble.
It's very, Back to the Future friendly type time loop.
It is.
Yeah, same result, but just different way of going about it.
Yes.
So we don't ruin anything.
And things are better.
People still have the same parents.
Yes, Ryback still is, kind of this dominant face.
Yes.
Powerhouse man. Of course he's going to lose to The Rock, but I don't think that would have crushed his streak as much as it could have. Etc., etc., carry on. There it is. What have you? Go forth and see what you could have been. I'm done now.